Tonight on Chris 6 News, elections in Nueces County this weekend have now wrapped up. I'll break down the results next. And our water situation. It's garnering national attention. Drew Bishop looks into what that means. And later, it was a Fiesta Sunday with Cinco de Mayo this week. Coming up, I'll show you all of the festivities from across the Coastal Bend. Chris 6 News starts right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jada Jenkins. We start tonight with a recap of this weekend's elections here in Nueces County. There were 3 propositions on the ballot in Port Aransas for Port Aransas ISD, 1 on the ballot for Robstown ISD, and the Nueces County Water Control and Improvement District number 3 race. Let's start there, where Myra B. Alanis with 16.9% of the vote, Ramiro Ram Alejandro Jr. with 15.99% of the vote, and Belinda Shorty Valadez with 15.23% of the voter are the winners. In Robstown, Proposition A, which would have been a property tax increase for a $7.8 million bond for the purpose of refunding all or a portion of the principal, interest, and redemption premium on certain previously issued maintenance tax notes, appears to have failed, with 56.18% of the vote going against it. In Port Aransas, Proposition A, which would issue a $4.19 million bond for school facilities, appears to have passed, with 84.56% of the vote being in favor. Proposition B, which would issue a $2.85 million bond for athletic facilities, also appears to have passed, with 83.89% of the vote being in favor. And Proposition C would institute a $1.175 million bond for school technology improvements, also appears to have passed, with 84.85% of that vote being in favor. Now let's shift over to our water situation, as our water crisis is now beginning to make national headlines. Drew Bishop has the story.
A water crisis mounting in Corpus Christi, Texas.
This town with 500,000 residents is about to completely run out of water.
We've been reporting on it for years, but now Corpus Christi is in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. So I went to the home of a longtime resident to find out what he thinks about his city making national news.
You feel like a chastised child.
Tom Rogers has lived in Corpus Christi for 50 years and has a home on the city's south side where he lives with his girlfriend and 2 dogs.
We love the city.
But he's disappointed in local leaders. He says they allowed the area to run out of so much water, it's become a national spectacle.
Plans to potentially declare a water emergency that as soon as September would force all local residents and businesses to cut usage by 25%.
What are your first reactions and thoughts from that video?
Disheartening for sure. As a lifelong resident, I know how beautiful this city is, what it has to offer, and the fact that this is all we've got, Corpus Christi being portrayed as, is certainly something that makes you sad.
Rogers was even more frustrated by industry representative Bob Paulison's comments in another interview.
Time is up.
No, it's not up yet.
The city manager.
That's the most disheartening statement right there. Time is not up. I mean, how much worse does it have to get before time is up? Like, we literally have to be out of water. Their cooling towers can't run. I mean, we are out of time.
Rogers has 2 rain barrels that he uses to water his lawn, plants, and foundation. He fills up a bowl of soapy water before doing his dishes. He even got rid of his dishwasher and bought a fridge.
It works. It works for us.
And now that he's done all he can do, he's calling on city leaders and large volume users to do the same.
We've certainly been let down by city leadership and by big industry. It just seems like everything always falls back on us, on the citizens of the Corpus Christi.
Tom Rogers adds he's considered moving to be closer to his kids, but the ongoing drought has made him unsure about selling his house. He hopes city leaders will come together to find solutions. Reporting from the studio, I'm Drew Bishop for Chris 6 News.
Speaking of water, let's send things over to our meteorologist, Katie Frazier, for a first look at our forecast.
Howdy, folks, and happy Sunday to you. Another great day across the coastal bend. Really just fantastic weather, hard to beat, and we will have a couple more good days of weather. Although we are expecting some changes on the way, we are going to be warming up by tomorrow. High 80s, even low 90s expected for the first half of the week. We are also going to be looking at some wind gusts as well. It'll be a bit breezy as you go outside this week, and rain chances are on the way, as well as a chance of some cooler weather. Here's a look at our next weather maker on Thursday. Cold front could move in across the coastal bend. Your upper temperatures just a tad and bringing in some rain chances as well. So coming up, I will break down everything that you need to know as you go throughout the work week. You'll definitely want to stay tuned for that.
Neighbors are concerned over the city of Corpus Christi's groundwater pumping activities in western Nueces County. And Chris Six is listening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber, and this week I explain the science behind your two biggest concerns. Could this activity dry up neighboring wells in rural communities? And are we depleting the aquifer? Let's start with drawdown. Pumping groundwater through a well creates a drop in the water table as water is removed from the ground and drawn to the surface. This drop in water level is known as the cone of depression. With the current water crisis, Corpus Christi Water wants to maximize every drop in our supply. But with more than a dozen wells in western Nueces County, the cone of depression can span several miles in radius. Neighbors in rural communities say all that pumping could draw down wells in nearby towns like Orange Grove, Bishop, and Banquete. And yes, that is possible. In fact, it's identified as a potential impact for this project in the 2026 Coastal Bend Regional Water Plan. However, this well interference is only allowed to go so far. Groundwater districts have rules to limit this interference. In the well permits for the Western well field, the city has a duty to be a good neighbor and work with owners of neighboring wells to reduce drawdown. During a recent water briefing, Chris Six asked the city what neighbors can expect if their well has been affected. CC Water says the first step is to report the issue.
And we will reach out to them, review the data they have, discuss the problem, observe it, and try and do our best to understand the cause. And then if there is an issue that's caused by the city well fields, we'll move forward on a correction method. As for the aquifer, groundwater districts have a set cap for how much water can be taken. In Nueces County, the modeled available groundwater, or MAG, is 6,787 acre-feet per year, or just over 2 billion gallons. This cap protects the aquifer from depletion. But our aquifer recharges at an extremely slow rate, only about 1/10 of an inch each year. This is where aquifer storage and recovery, or ASR, comes in. ASR helps replenish the aquifer, and it's a way to store water, quite literally, where the sun don't shine, meaning no loss to evaporation like that which happens at Lake Corpus Christi and Choke Canyon. The challenge here, Corpus Christi is still in the early stages of designing its ASR system.
President Donald Trump is reviewing a new peace proposal from Iran. The 14-point plan is in response to a U.S. proposal. The revived talks come as gas prices surge, and it's putting more pressure on the two countries to end the war. Jen Sullivan has details on when consumers could begin to see gas prices drop.
Oil prices surging to their highest level since 2022 last week and are now even higher. And it means drivers are paying a lot more to fill up their tank.
Doing very well with regard to Iran. They want to make a deal.
President Donald Trump says he's now reviewing a new Iranian response to the current U.S. peace proposal. Iran has virtually shut down the Strait of Hormuz. It's a key waterway where normally 20% of the world's oil is transported. In response, the U.S. has blockaded Iranian ports. Since the war began more than 2 months ago, maritime traffic has essentially halted, triggering a global disruption in oil and natural gas supplies.
Blockades are inherently very difficult to maintain. This is 1,000 miles plus of coastline that we're blockading.
All of this is costing consumers. Gas prices have soared nearly 50% since the war began. As of Sunday, the national average for a gallon of regular gas was $4.45, according to AAA, a far cry from the $2.98 people were paying at the pump before the war began. And in some areas of the country, like parts of California, drivers are seeing prices even higher.
The prices are so high. It's really been hard because gas over $5 is hard, you know what I mean? This to fill up is like $80.
Experts warn that gas prices will continue to rise as long as the Strait of Hormuz remains closed.
If we don't see a reopening soon, It's possible that by Memorial Day or maybe July 4, gasoline prices nationally could be getting close to the $5 mark.
Many experts say it could take weeks, even months, for gas prices to come back down whenever the war ends. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Now, back in your neighborhood, neighbors had some fun over at 5th and Elm over in Portland today. I know I wish I could have stayed longer to enjoy live music, dancing, a salsa competition, and even a griddle contest. Now, with the warm weather moving in, people tell me it's the perfect time to gather outside and celebrate with the community.
It's great for Portland, Texas, and for Corpus Christi, and I really enjoy the outdoors.
Linda is the mother of one of the members of the band, and she wanted me to let everyone know she is Michael Ramirez's #1 fan. And speaking of mothers, a fiesta to celebrate moms was held at the fairgrounds in Robstown earlier today. This free event featured local shops, food vendors, and even a mariachi serenade, all celebrating the value of mothers in everyone's lives. I spoke with the organizer of this event on its importance.
Community collaboration, and also just bringing everybody together, the unity. It's important for me, especially mothers. We're all a mother somehow, some way, and it's just in honoring of my mom who passed away 4 years ago.
There will be 4 more markets like this one at the Robstown Fairgrounds this year in June, July, September, and December. The PBR Whiskey Velocity Tour Finals wrapped up at the Hilliard Center last night. We'll hear from the winner next.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
The PBR Whiskey Velocity Tour wrapped up here in Corpus Christi at the Hilliard Center last night. Daniel Key was the #1 man winning the 2026 Velocity Tour Finals. Here's what he had to say following the victory.
At first, it's a blessing that God gave me the opportunity to do what I love, and kind of tickled about getting on Flapjack again. We kind of have a love-hate relationship, so I guess he loved me tonight, man.
Key had previously won in 2024 and now says he's looking forward to trying to win at the World Finals. The 2026 Kentucky Derby is now in the record books, and what a historic finish it was. Golden Tempo claiming victory in the 152nd run for the Roses, with Cherie Duvaux becoming the first female to train the winning thoroughbred in America's most famous horse race. Golden Tempo entering the Derby with 23-1 odds to win in dramatic fashion, coming from behind to overtake the pack. The next leg in the Triple Crown is the Preakness Stakes in Baltimore on May 16th. Don't go anywhere just yet. We'll have a full look at your forecast for this week when we come back.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday to you. We've been enjoying a beautiful day here across the Coastal Bend, and we do have more pleasant days ahead. Here's what you could expect, though, as we move into the rest of tonight. 7 o'clock, seeing mostly clear skies for us here in Corpus Christi. I do expect some more cloud cover as we move into Monday and beyond. But overall, keeping things dry for the first couple days this week. This is waking up early on tomorrow morning. You can see temperatures cool in the mid to high 60s, depending on where you're at. And then we'll see some onshore breezes. We'll see some clouds move on in, and I do expect, once again, more cloud cover as we move throughout the day and afternoon tomorrow. And by Monday night, going into Tuesday, we are going to start to enter or have at least more clouds enter the area. That is going to be our first sign of changes on the way. Clouds will keep us dry, though, not looking at anything at least until Wednesday and beyond. That's when our next big weather maker is on the way. As I mentioned, Wednesday and beyond, we're going to see winds. We're also going to see rain, and we're going to see the chance for some cooler temperatures as well. So all things we are watching very closely right here. So make sure you keep checking back in with the latest forecast. As far as wind goes for the rest of today, yeah, nothing you have to worry about. If you haven't been outside already, definitely go out, enjoy it. Spend some time in the beautiful sunshine that we're having, because sometimes we don't always have it. Like I said, more cloud cover moving in tomorrow, so you definitely want to enjoy this day of beautiful sunshine. And also, winds not so bad today, but we are expecting wind gusts once again to return for us Monday into Tuesday, into Wednesday. I do think beyond Wednesday, though, we are going to have a cold front moving in across the area. That'll, of course, keep the winds in the area as well. But after that, I do expect some calming of the winds as we move into late week. As far as tomorrow goes, check this out. We're going to see, again, onshore winds, and that will give us the chance for some gusts up to 25 miles per hour tomorrow. Not too bad, really, to be honest, but it is going to be a little bit breezy with the winds backing off after sunset tomorrow. Now, as we move into Tuesday, that's looking to be one of our windier days of the week. Again, onshore winds. But as we move into the afternoon, we will add in gusts up to 35 miles per hour for us on Tuesday. So Monday, a bit on the breezy side. For Tuesday, getting closer to the windy side of things. Again, it's not the end of the world, but we are going to be tracking some wind gusts as we move into the middle of this week. So just again, so you guys can visualize it, Monday, Tuesday is going to be the windiest day so far. Then we move into Wednesday, backing off a little bit, and Thursday looking better as that cold front moves on through the area. And keep in mind, we are still in some of our windier months of the year, but we made it out of April, so things are going to start to back down a little bit as we move out of spring. Of course, this is our severe weather season as well, so typically when we see some of those gustier days. Tomorrow looks like this, another great day to get outside. I know we're back to work tomorrow, but temperatures are going to warm up as we move throughout the next couple days as well. So here's what you can expect as we move throughout the rest of this week.
I'm Jacob Daniels, and a fire on the south side has left fear and concern 6 months later. Coming up, I'll tell you what's being done.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Jacob Daniels on the south side, and it's been 6 months since a fire damaged 3 homes in the Fremont neighborhood. And residents say concern still remains.
That fire broke out in late October on the south side. This is what it looked like after, and this is how it sits today. But on Friday, a viewer named Lisa reached out about that burned building being a hazard. So I headed over to Fremont and Rod Field to find out what was going on. That's where I met Steve Montag, who lives just a few doors down, and he reaffirmed those problems Lisa brought up.
All this exposed insulation there and there from inside, it's all blowing down that way. I mean, every day I'm pulling insulation out of my flower bed.
The insulation isn't the only problem. Lisa also mentioned a homeless camp, which Montag has also seen firsthand.
Just week before last, maybe, some guy came around here. He said, somebody's got my wallet and my wife's phone, and I've got a tracker on her phone, and it puts the phone right inside this unit right here.
That unit is the one right next to the unit destroyed by the fire, and it's been vacant since the fire. But luckily, when I drove up, I ran into the remodelers of the unit, who agreed that there are problems, but they're now being handled.
There has been a couple break-ins with the garage, door kick-in, stuff like that. But while we're in the process of remodeling, there has been no more activity in that area, just because there's people around, movement happening with the home. We also have it locked down.
Rios also told me it could possibly be ready to live in about 6 months. And as for the burned out unit sitting as an eyesore, I reached out to the City of Corpus Christi Code Enforcement and got an answer saying that the property is scheduled for a reinspection in May. And if it remains in violation, a July board hearing will, quote, determine the disposition of the property.
While progress is being made on one unit, the other remains untouched. We'll continue to follow up with any new details. Reporting on the south side, Jacob Daniels, Chris 6 News.
A humpback whale is finally back in its natural habitat. I'll share the details when we come back.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Timmy Timmy, a humpback whale that has been stranded for weeks off the coast of Germany, is now swimming free in the North Sea. The release marks the culmination of a months-long rescue effort that began when the whale was first sighted in the port of Wismar on March 3rd, far from its natural habitat all the way in the Atlantic. Some experts say the animal may have lost its way while swimming after a shoal of herring or during migration. And after leaving the barge, Timmy briefly surfaced alongside the escort vessel, blew a fountain of water, and then disappeared into the open sea. Just keep swimming, Timmy. Just keep swimming.
We definitely have some great days ahead of us, although some changes are coming in our next 7 days for tomorrow, keeping things cool, calm, and collected. But Tuesday, Wednesday, definitely warming up. We're going to add in more clouds. Stay dry, though, most likely through Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll add in those chances for thunderstorms once again. Same thing for Thursday and beyond. I will also expect the potential cold front moving on in. That'll drop our temperatures as well and continue those storm chances as we head into the weekend.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching, and you have a great night.